All right, Jason back with you, 112 Adventures. Found a pretty neat little airplane here that I wanted to walk around and show you guys. This is a Rutan Boomerang, and this actual airplane is owned by Rutan. So we're gonna walk around, show you, and maybe talk to somebody about it. All right, I'm here with Trace. He flies this Boomerang that belongs to Rutan. Right. He's gonna show us around a little bit of the airplane, and I'll show you some video.
Oshkosh is a little busy. A lot of people want to see the airplane. Do you want to start at the cockpit?
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, so the pilot and co-pilot climb in this big window. So it's a big plug door so that when it's pressurized, this will seal. So this latches with the same mechanism that opens and closes the step.
Okay.
So if you look up here when I operate the step, those are what's latching the window in.
Nice. Yeah.
Side sticks for pilot, co-pilot. Only the pilot side. Pilot sits in the right seat, so he's the last one in and has a better view because there's not another engine over here. Only rudder pedals for the pilot because you only really need them to taxi. And then once you're in the air, there's no need to touch the rudders. You can single engine stall, feet on the floor, and there's really no reason to touch the rudders. Cool. And there is trim on all axes, so we do have a rudder trim if we need to trim it out with that.
Just take a peek. What else you got?
I'm just throwing out what I can think of.
Sure, yeah, no. Just a little quick overview is pretty neat.
In the back, there's a traditional air stair back there for passengers to climb in and out of.
Pretty cool. How many people?
So there's 5 seats. We only have 4 seats in it right now. It really depends on the distance you're going and how much fuel you need based on how many people you can put in it. You know, coming to Oshkosh, we flew nonstop from the coast of California. So it was about an 8.5-hour flight with a couple passes before we landed. With that, we didn't want to put a lot of weight in the back.
What do you flight plan speed-wise?
200 knots, 16 gallons an hour.
And it carries how much?
171 gallons. 357-gallon tanks.
And the engines are?
TIO 360s. The ride engine is a manual wastegate C1A6D. So it was originally updraft cooled. It's being downdraft cooled right now. Manual wastegate. The left engine's a TIO 360 A1B with an automatic wastegate. So the engine room is busy. You're running 2 totally separate engines. You're not like just setting powers and fixtures and props to the same spot and trimming them. None of the knobs are ever in the same spot.
I overheard you say that wasn't intentional. That's just what he had.
Correct. So the right engine's out of the catbird, and the catbird's down here. And Zach ended up actually getting a newer engine to put in that one. He took it down from the rafters at scaled and got it flying. That was the same time we got the Boomerang back in the air when Bert retired. And then the left engine, from what I understand, he got a deal on it or something, and it was a new Lycoming.
All very typical Rutan, everything.
Correct.
And do you work for Scaled?
I did it when I started operating this.
How long have you been flying this airplane?
Don't make me do math.
Okay, okay. Math in public, right? We don't want to do that, yeah.
It was about 2010-ish.
All said and done, I mean, it's probably a joy to fly, right?
It is, and if you stand back here, you get, like, to really understand the airplane, you have to look at it. Everybody tries to imagine the CG in the middle of the fuselage, but the CG is actually out in space, not even touching the airplane out here.
And I guess it would have to be. I mean, that's...
And so the reason it's not in between the center lines of the two propellers, it's about 6 to 9 inches to the right, is because when you're at a high angle of attack, the prop that's descending into the wind makes more thrust than the prop ascending, right?
Yeah.
So that moves the thrust lines, and so it's centered about that. So it's centered when you're at a low speed, which is when it matters that you have a critical engine. So with that, I can shut down either engine, go all the way to stall, never touch the rudder pedals, and with the forward sweep of the wing, the root stalls, and then just pitch bucks.
Here's the $1,000,000 question. Have you done it?
Stall it?
In that configuration?
Oh, all the time.
Single engine?
Every demo flight.
Okay.
Like every demo flight, I let the person pick which engine they want to pull back, and we'll stall it.
That's awesome. Wow, very
it's
cool.
It's not an event. It's a non-event.
Sure.
Right. That's just part of showing what the airplane can do.
What was the purpose of building this airplane?
So it's safety is what Bert was going for. So it's not being a single engine. So he wanted a twin engine airplane. He wanted to not have the VMC issues you have with the traditional twin. He had the push-pull configuration, the Defiant, and the efficiency is really bad on that because you have the accelerated slipstream through the second propeller.
Sure.
And there's just lots of reasons why that configuration isn't as efficient. And so this was his solution to be able to get the efficiency of a single engine airplane with the safety of a single engine airplane from handling quality aspect if you lost an engine.
Was there ever an intent to have this as a kit or a production aircraft?
No, in fact, if you go back to the archives, you can find a video of Bert in '96. Somebody asked him the same question. He's like, no, I think I'll be the only one with a Boomerang for a while.
Yeah.
So there was some attempts to make a bigger version of it for commercial use early on, but none of those have ever taken off.
Very cool. Anything else you want to show? I know you're busy. I don't want to take up too much time, but
if you walk around the other side, you'll see the big baggage door. I call it the checked baggage.
didn't see that one.
So the whole boom is luggage.
Oh, okay, wow.
And with this configuration, you end up nose heavy because if you think about it, you pick the engine off the wing and put it on the nose.
Is there a requirement to have any ballast in there?
Not really. But what it does is it opens up everything aft, so I can throw all the luggage I want as far aft as I can, and it's still well within the CG envelope.
Really cool. Yeah. Hey, thanks, Trace. I appreciate talking to me, and have a good show.
You too.
All right.
Something like